And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man DL Saint. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I really want to know podcast, y'all. Oh man, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. I want to jump on, do a real quick one here. I got things I gotta get out here and do some stuff. So I just want to do a real quick one. Um, we're gonna be talking about the passport bros. And yeah, man, it's just something that they're missing. And we just got to get the conversation going. I'm glad they're getting their passport. I'm glad they're broadening their horizon. They are broadening their horizons, but there's no substitute for game. These guys need to understand that. They need, at a minimum, a basic understanding of sexual dynamics. Doesn't change no matter where you're on the planet, here in America or anywhere else on planet Earth. Game's game. So let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what did I forget to do. I didn't use the countdown. I've been using the countdown on most of the episodes, and because I was rushing, I forgot to use the countdown, man. Shame on me. That's what I get for getting old and being a old host. But hey, we'll do it next time. It's all good. Just a 30-second countdown. We'll do it next time. I hope you guys are well. Enjoying your Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. End of the year is almost here, man. I hope you guys are getting all prepared for that. Getting ready for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and whatever it is you plan on doing, man, be safe. Whatever it is you plan on doing, be safe. But yeah, I was checking out some YouTube channels, and there is a channel out there called Red Beard Rants, and it's basically Casey. I don't know Casey's last name, but I met him through Fresh and Fit. It's one of their dudes. He's out of Miami, originally out of Miami, but I think he's pretty much living in South America, between Colombia and Brazil. And he does get back to America, but I don't know him outside of that. So, like, I met him a couple times. You know what I mean? Like, didn't even really have no real conversation. It was just kind of a group in passing. We're about to go do this. They're about to go do that or whatever. I do remember talking, and someone was like, hey, Saint goes to Colombia, and he got like real intense. Like, well, where do you stay? Like, where do you go? What city? Well, Medellin. Where do you stay in Medellin? He's going all this stuff. And I'm like, look, bro. Like, look, I just go and do what I do. You feel me? Like, my experience in Medellin, I'm sure is different than your experience in Medellin. It is what it is, homie. It's a big country. Tons of beautiful women down there. I do what I do, bro. And that was pretty much the extent of that conversation, man. Because they were talking about stuff, and I was like, yeah, man, I don't have any problems getting on. And this conversation, we had this conversation maybe 2 years ago, if memory serves. So, but I mean, he's down there doing his thing. He has a YouTube channel. I stumbled across it, and I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And there's a video that he is out there that says the title of this particular video, which is a few months old, says the sad truth about dating in Medellin, Colombia, as a foreigner, as a gringo. And I definitely wanted to get into this. And a lot of the reasons that he's stating that, like what's going on down there with the gringos or whatever, I got my own take on it. So yeah, man, I think this will be a cool little conversation to have. For those who are popping in and popping out, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Hit that like button on the way in or on the way out. Definitely like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate it. Or even dislike if you don't like what I'm talking about. Don't be afraid to hit up the comments. I do my best to keep up with the comments. I think I'm good. I think I'm in the 90%, 90 percentile of hitting up people. Sometimes folks leave strange comments or stuff I don't understand. I just don't even, I mean, I just kind of chalk it up like, oh, either they don't know how to communicate with humans or they're trolling, whatever. So if anything, sometimes if I know it's an outright troll, I'll just say, hey, thanks for your comment. But some of the stuff I don't understand, and just based on the way that they phrase the question or their statement or whatever, I'm like, I don't even want to do it back and forth with that person. So I don't say nothing. I just move on to the next one. But I think I do hit up about 90% of the comments. So, and I appreciate that, y'all. It is what it is. But yeah, in this video, Redbeard is talking about, living in Colombia as a gringo, like, as a foreigner, Westerner, and what's going on with the women and all that kind of good stuff. And he has a pretty good video, man. The video is split and he has like a B-reel going, so you can kind of see the kind of stuff that they'll be doing, like parties and events and this and that. You'll even see I think Myron's in one of them. Like it's like a big gathering, and it was when Myron and Fresh went down to Medellin, which was just a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of the stuff that he's saying. So let's get into it.
The problem with dating in Medellin, Colombia, as you guys may or may not know, they're basically all hookers and prostitutes these days. They're all on OnlyFans. Now, before anyone tries to get me canceled, I want to specify a couple things. Number one, there are beautiful, sophisticated, sexy, smart, English-speaking women in Medellin, Colombia that are not into sex work, that are not on OnlyFans, that are not webcam models, etc. The problem is they ain't going out with you, motherfucker. They're not. Forget about it. This city is done. The reputation for gringos now is so low. No self-respecting paisa girl. That's if you're from Antioquia, where she's the departamento that Medellin is in. Basically, if you're from Medellin, no self-respecting girl wants to be caught dead dating a gringo.
Right there. Right there. So he said a lot. You know what I mean? He came right out. He was like, yo, these women are, they're working girls, they're this and that. We call it the game. Yes, there are a lot of women down there in Colombia who are in the game. And what is the game? What is that? It's almost a pay for play kind of thing, but it's also wrapped in a finesse. At least when I was there, it's changed a little bit now. It's changed a lot because of the passport bros. It changed a lot because you got bottom feeders. You got the bottom 80 guys getting the passport, using it as a cheat code, going down there game goofy, and they done messed everything up. And who's gonna suffer for it? Who's gonna pay the price for it? Those very same dudes. Those dudes who went down there and messed the game up, or the guys who are gonna pay for it. I'm a gringo. I'll come out there. I'm a Western. I go down there. I never have any problems. Ever. I'm talk to women, hang out with women. I'm talking about women who have regular jobs, like she's a banker or a pharmacist or a lawyer or whatever. You know what I mean? Small business owner. I am just down there chilling, hanging out. They're with me. You know what I mean? They hang out with me. They take me places. They introduce me to their folks. You know what I mean? All and that's just their parents, their family, their friends, whatever. It's all gravy. Why is my experience different than a lot of these dudes? Well, I'm not game goofy, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not game goofy. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing no matter where I am on planet Earth. It's all good. You know what I mean? Brother Dino Dinosaur's in the building. What's good for him? It's like good to see you. This guy's like Fresh's best long time homie. Yeah, I mean, he knew Myron and Fresh before the podcast, and I think that he and Fresh had a relationship. They explained it all to me, but I can't remember. But when Fresh and Fit came together, like it is what it is, man. He's part of that original clan. Like I said, I've had talks. I have a quick little conversation with him. It's part of that clan. Brother Dino, I have already done a dating app. I used Match. I think I used Match. Nope, Tinder. I used Tinder. Right. I set it up like 5 or 6 days ago. I did 20 likes so far, and I have about 15 last time I looked. I haven't even like swiped through it yet. Got a dark mode because I haven't been active. I have not now. I have 18 likes. 18 likes. Some of them are kind of cute. Some of them are kind of old. Some of them are kind of young. Some of them are kind of average. But yeah, it looks like I have 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yep. So just so you know, man, I've already started the whole dating app thing. And I'm not going to lie to you. This amount of likes in such a short time, I was surprised. I was surprised. I put photos up there. I filled out all this stuff and did all the I like this and that and blah, 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 BS, whatever. I filled it all out. I put it out there. And I'm going to probably starting tomorrow, start trying to, try to set up some dates or whatever. Just, what I mean? So, hey man, you said you wanted me to do this dating thing. I'm doing it. Like I said, I was gonna wait till New Year's, but I'm like, let me go ahead and get a head start on it. So we're doing it. I'm only using my local area. I think I did it out to 50 miles, 60 miles, something like that. So yeah, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm really surprised with all of the likes I've gotten so far. Like it's been only a handful of days, like 4 or 5 days. And I've gotten a bunch of interest on that one profile. I'm only doing the one profile so far. I haven't done Match, I haven't done Hinge or Bumble. So just using that one right now. And it was like I spent $40. Yeah, it's $10 a week. I spent $40 for 1 month for the profile to be seen. I forget, I think it's called Gold or something like that. I just paid for that. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see what it is. Brother Dino's like, is Tinder not for smashes and Match for relationships? Question mark. Just keep one to reduce the expense, brother. I used Match many years ago. All right, I'll just do the one. I might, you know what? I might do one more just so we can. I might do Hinge. I think it was Hinge or Bumble, whichever one is more prevalent that they're talking about. I'll do whichever is the hottest one. I'll do that as well. But hey, man, I don't know. Tinder for smashes, Match for relationships. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. It's just a funnel, man. It's just a funnel. So, but I'll keep you posted as to who I'm seeing, and I'm not gonna kiss and tell. If I smash a couple of them, I'm not gonna say anything. But I mean, I'll tell them what I'm doing, and maybe they'll allow me to like show their profiles or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, bro, it is what it is. It's just, I guess so many people are using the online method, dating apps and whatnot to meet folks. I've never been keen on it. I've never been crazy about it. To me, it's just, it's just another funnel. And, you just got to run your game. You, at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to you talking to another human. You got to know how to do that. And that's what we're going to be talking about on this episode with these Passport Bros. We got Brother Chris in the building. What's good, fam? Like, good evening, DL. Happy to be here. I'm here for education because the Passport Bros movement is new to me. Also, I am not into the online social media stuff besides YouTube, let alone the dating apps. Yeah, man, that gets crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's just a new way of doing business. You can't avoid it, to be honest with you, bro. You're gonna have to have some sort of social media footprint. You're just gonna have to do it. You can keep your profile, like if you're doing Instagram, keep it private. Or whatever, like if you're doing Facebook, or even on here, like we had our brother from Louisiana was on here. Level Up Man was on here, and some woman saw the conversation we had, and she was in the comments trying to, she made a comment like, "Oh, I want to meet him. I want to get some of that," or something she was saying, which is I thought was okay. This is how it works, bro. Technology will change and evolve, and you have to evolve and change with it. But yeah, bro. And Brother Donnie's like, your smash victims will find you. I'm the victim, bro. You gotta understand that too, man. If a woman is intimate with you, she chose you, bro. She made that happen. So many dudes get that messed up. Guys like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm out here. I'm the player. I'm gonna get this woman. I'm gonna smash her. Like, you ain't doing nothing she don't want to do, homie. Nothing. She already made up her mind when she met you what she was gonna do with you, bro. It's nothing that you said that got her to that point. Now you can say some stuff to get her to pull away, right? Again, this is having that knowledge and understanding the game. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, bro. It's they won't be hunting me down because if they become, I become they smash victim. I'm not. They're not my victim. I become theirs. You know what I mean? Like people out here, it's a dual hunt. We're both hunters. We're both predator and prey. Women are out there hunting just like men are out there hunting. They just do it a different way. You know what I mean? Again, more game. Brother Chris was like, one of my exes forced me to get Facebook, saying Instagram, and all that. After we broke up, they all went away as well. I mean, it is what it is, man. There's a lot of people who aren't comfortable with it. Especially older folks don't. It's not, it's not as prevalent for older folks. It's not, if you're a young person, you don't have a social media footprint, other young people are going to think something's wrong with you. They're going to think you're hiding from something, probably the law or something like that. But for the older folks, it kind of makes sense. But I've only come across a handful of women, and they were in their late 20s, early 30s. And when I say handful, but I mean like less than 6 or 7 women who don't have a social media footprint, like don't have Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or something. Only a handful of women. Most women have it. And then of those women that say, I don't have it, they recently got rid of it. Like, well, you mean you've never had it? Well, I used to have it and did it up. So, okay. So yeah, they just got fed up with it. So it is it's the way, bro. It's just the way of the game is how it's going. Lady Navo's in the building. What's good, sis? Appreciate you just showing love. Still out of town, fam. With the fam. Okay, that's cool. Stay warm. Stay cool. Stay warm. Be careful out there. Yes, please hit that like button, y'all, on the way in and on the way out. Have y'all moving around? Hit that like button. But like back to the video, what Casey is talking about, and I've been hearing this from other people because I haven't traveled in a while. I haven't left the country in a while. I've been doing a lot of traveling within the country, but I haven't left the country in a while. And there's some reasons behind that. We'll get into that later on this year. But from talking to my folks, they're like, yeah, bro, there's been a change. There's been a change. And most of the guys are like, yo, these passport bros, they've caused a shift in the game. Now, my dudes know what they're doing. It does not matter. My dudes, when they run their game, it's like blackjack, man. It doesn't matter what the person to the left and right is doing. Their game is their game. They're going to stay committed. But these passport bros are going to places like Colombia, like the Philippines, like Thailand, or wherever they're going. They're finding success, coming back, telling their friends, and then their friends are going. And what they do, especially with the girls, like in Colombia, like with the girls who are in the game, what they do is these guys will go down there and they're shocked at how strong the US dollar is versus the Colombian pesos or whatever country they're in. Like the dollar is strong, especially, over the past year or so, dollar's been really strong. So they'll go to Colombia and they'll spend the equivalent of $20, $30, $40, and they'll have a woman chat them up. And these guys don't have the social awareness to realize that she's running a little bit of a game. Like, like she's in the game. Like she's talking like, oh, mi amor, baby, te amo, all this, I love you, and oh my God, you're amazing, and da-da-da-da. She's feeding him exactly what he wants. From his point of view, he's never been in the presence of a woman so beautiful ever in his life. She's beautiful. She's feminine. She's fit. And when I say fit, I mean fit. Right? She's got it together. She's looking good. She's smelling good. He's never in his life been around something like this. He's seen it, but he's never been the focal point of such a beautiful woman. So when she asked him for 200 pesos, 300 pesos, 500 pesos, there's nothing to him. Right? It's like 50, 40, 50, 60 bucks, something like that, 70 bucks, not even. So what these guys do is, because they want to be, Mr. Big Willie, they start throwing out dollars. So they'll give her $40, $80, $200, which is a ton of money down there. And the girls instantly adjust their game. They're like, whoa, these dudes are dropping money. So the girls are no longer thinking about, especially the girls in the game, they're no longer thinking about that, 200, 300, 500 pesos. They're looking at $500. Now, this doesn't happen in one sitting. Like, this doesn't happen immediately. It's just like a boom, they just bam. No. This has happened over time. Over 2-3 years, when the passport bros are out doing their thing, they've inadvertently priced themselves out of the game down there in Colombia or wherever they're going, Thailand, because they don't know how to talk to women and they're not socially aware. So if I'm sitting down in Medellin and I'm in, Legeres Park and some beautiful women walks up to me and starts speaking to me, right? She starts talking or whatever. I'm start hollering at her. Right away, I'm thinking, why are you hollering at me? You know what I mean? You in the game. I'm looking at the way she's dressed. I'm looking at the way she's carrying herself. I'm like, okay, I think she's in the game. Right. And I'm gonna listen to her, whatever. She speaks English, that's a plus. You know what I mean? But we're using our translator app. And I'm like, okay, I'm on top of this. I see what this is. I know at some point she's gonna ask me for something. So the girls who are really good at it, they'll keep talking to you until you ask them on a date. Like, oh, would you like to go get a coffee? And they don't mind coffee dates. So would you like to go get an empanada or whatever? They don't mind at all. And they'll go, yeah. And then they'll spend that time, which spend a couple hours, and they'll ask, like, what are you doing later? Where are you staying? Like, oh, I'm staying over here at Hotel Diaz, or I'm staying at Hotel Charlie or wherever I'm staying, or I got an Airbnb, which I never do Airbnbs, y'all. I just don't. But it's like, I'm over here. Oh, cool. That's cool. We can go out. I want to show you a good time, and I can come meet you at your place at this time or whatever. And they'll come, so they're setting you up, not setting you up, but they're lining you up because they understand that you're an American, because they figured all that out. They've talked to you and they know like you're gonna pay a little bit of money. Now it used to be, just a few hundred pesos, maybe 1,000 pesos or something like that. They'll spend the whole evening with you. And then at the end of the night, like, oh, I've had too much to drink. Can I stay here? Like, you're not driving, you took a cab, but yeah, you can stay here. And they wouldn't just ask you for money up front, like, hey, can I have X amount of dollars and I'll sleep with you? It didn't work like that. It was, to them, they were really selling you that girlfriend experience. They wanted to spend time with you. They would be with you. They would bounce up and down on you, give you that Foxy Brown, wake up with you. They would cook you breakfast. They was running a whole game, because when you left, they're on your WhatsApp and they're hitting you up because they still want that 10, 15, $20 that you can just Western Union, or now you can Cash App or however, sending them money. That was the long-term game. Like, okay, she's in the game. And whatever you wanted, whatever desire you had, she could make that happen for you. Right? So these passport bros, they get confronted with this and they had no idea. They're still stunned that they're talking to this woman. They're like, oh my God, she is so beautiful. And they lock in on this woman. The guys lock in on this woman. And they start throwing US dollars, $200, $300, $400, $500 they're no problem, because they believe that this woman is falling for them. She's with me and she's holding my hand in public, and I've met her friends and she's coming around and she spent the whole time with me. The guy falls in love. What he doesn't realize is she has 10 more dudes just like him online, lined up. And the pricing, because these dudes are throwing US money, the prices went up. So now when these women were trying to run their little game for 200, 300, 400 pesos, 1,000 pesos, something like that. Now it was like they're trying to get $1,000, because these simpletons have come out here and they see how easy it is. So now you're at a point where the game is no longer a finesse. That's where Casey's coming from. These women who are messing with these American men or these Western men or just out for money. That's why he called them professionals and the rest of it. They're just out for money. Why is that? Because these passport bros came in and they changed the game. Last good man in Jersey's in the building. I was thinking about you, bro. I was thinking about you. Because me and Last good man in Jersey always go back and forth. Like, you must have game. You must have a basic understanding. And last time we talked on this platform, we both agreed, like, yeah, you're right. Because Last good man in Jersey was like, oh man, you don't need any game. I'm like, bro, you have a basic understanding of how this works. And I had to break it all down for him. Like, you just told me how you stayed away from that woman because you knew she was running some sort of finesse. You'd rather be with this woman over here because you know she's into you. And you go, oh yeah. And I'm like, that's the game that I'm talking about. These passport bros, these bottom 80 guys who've never really had a girlfriend. Let's keep it 100. They've never really interacted with women, let alone beautiful women. You turn them loose in a place like Medellin with their money, even though they could be brokies, but down there they're up there on the as far as finance go, they're up there. As far as earners, they're up there. And women are giving them the top tier treatment, but they are milking them, bleeding them, bro. And I ain't mad at them, man. Like, you're like, here we go. Are you hating on that passport, bros? Nah, I ain't hating on them. I'm not hating on them. I just want to point out the fact that they have made it difficult for themselves. I mean, I could go to Medellin, I could go anywhere in Central or South America. I'm still going to be fine. Why? Because, again, I know how to talk to folks. I know how to move. It's going to be hard to drug me. I'm not going to have 2 or 3 women just hanging out with me in my room. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not talking to women on Tinder when I go to Medellin. I'm not doing that. I'm not talking to them on Colombian Cupid. I'm not doing that. I'm going down there and I'm meeting the women that I want to meet. I'm putting myself in situations, and like I'm over here in the business community. I'm talking to folks and I'm meeting folks. I'm talking to English speakers, and I'm going around to the museums, and I'm going around to the cultural spots, and I'm talking to folks. When I get there, I'm hiring people to be my guide. So when I meet folks, I'm meeting the real deal. I guarantee you, there aren't very many, if at all, any at all, passport bros who are doing that. They're just running down there so they can be in the presence of a beautiful woman. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them. Hell, they are men after all. Right? So let's listen to what else Casey has to say.
First of all, who the fuck am I? Who is this balding piece of shit to tell you why, your dreams of coming to Medellin and finding love and romance and long-term.
I want to pause it there. Just when you guys are watching this, pay attention to what's going on the split screen. The B-roll that he has constantly going is just showing events that he has done. This particular event and the stuff that he's showing are guys who were part of the Fresh and Fit supporter base, and they wanted to go to Medellin. They went down there. Myron and Fresh came down there. They actually did at least one episode of Fresh and Fit from Medellin, and they wound up kicking out one of the girls. But pay attention to the guys. And when he's talking about the women won't be caught with a gringo, and it's really difficult for these American men to meet women, like real good Colombian women, he's talking about the dudes in the video on the B-roll side. He's talking about these passport bros and these guys, they're game goofy. That's who he's talking about. And what he's saying makes complete sense. Those guys who have no game in America, when they go to another country, yeah, they level up financially, but they still don't have any game. So women gonna peep that quick. Doesn't matter what hemisphere you in, they're gonna figure it out. You're not a boss. You're not jefe. You know what I mean? So if you want to be with me, baby, it's gonna be plata. Mucho plata. But let's continue.
Relationships is kaput, basically. Well, I've been putting B-roll on the screen this whole time to keep you entertained. Lived here for 7 years. I've thrown some of the best parties that Medellin, Colombia, or Brazil, for that matter, have ever fucking seen. I'm talking 4-to-1, 5-to-1, 6-to-1 ratio penthouse parties where 75% of the girls are absolutely beautiful, and very low percentage of the best that anyone could do, are not hookers, webcam models, OnlyFans, sex. I'll just say sex workers from now on. That covers OnlyFans, etc. So, and then not only have I lived here for 7 years, speak the language, completely learn and absorb the culture here, thrown these amazing parties, have a shitload of experience myself dating all types of beautiful women that I'll put on the screen right now. But, I mastermind and talk about this with my buddies in the expat community. And also on top of that, my business is having men outsource their dating apps to me.
So, and he's going to get into some of the stuff that he's doing to actually bring in income, and it makes sense. The bottom 80, man, the dudes who are out there, they really have zero game. If you pay attention to what's going on in the B-roll, you see the guys dancing around, all the dudes are smiling, they're going crazy, they can't keep their hands off the women. Why? Because it's new to them. They're shocked. They're like kids in the candy store, bro. You know what I mean? They've never had it. And here's the thing. They don't have to approach. Redbeard done set it all up. Come on down here, man. Come on down to my penthouse party. I'm going to have all these babes here. We got the food. You see the big spread. You got the food and all the stuff out there. Man, that stuff is cheap. Like the dollar is strong, bro. To get you a penthouse down there, like that penthouse that they're in, I guarantee you that penthouse is way less than what I pay when I stay at the W, or when I stay at the Grand Marquis, or when I stay at the Mandarin Oriental. At least I'm paying at least $200-300 more a night. And look at what they have, this big old penthouse with a hot tub in it and all this. They hired a chef to come in there and they fixed all the food. It doesn't cost a lot of money to do that. When you see that, like, you're like, man, in America, if you get a place like that, bro, you spending thousands. Not down there. Not down there, not at all. And you got guys who are coming down there, and those guys they'll pay to be in there. And what these dudes don't realize, if they had just a little bit of game, they could just go out into Medellin. They can go to the museum. They can go hang out. Like I said, in the business district, they can hire someone. If they don't speak the language, they can hire someone to be their guide, hire a car, and just drive around. And wherever you go, you can meet. You're gonna meet people. I'm like, who are you? They can tell, like, people are curious. They want to, oh, you from America? Oh, that's what's up. Right. And it's just these passport bros be looking for cheat codes. And I'm not talking about the last good man in Jersey. Like I said, he knows what he's doing. I'm talking about all the rest of them. And these guys have inadvertently made it more difficult for them to meet the very women that they want to meet, to have the very experiences they want to have, because they got to outsource it now to someone like Casey here. Or they got to come up with someone like me and be like, hey, man, I'll pay for all your stuff, man, if you just come down here and help me meet women. Like, why can't you just go up and talk to these women? It's not that difficult, but to them, it's a huge hurdle. Why? Because they've never done it. They've never done it. And you can just go from barely being able to secure yourself an average woman, a 4 or a 5, to you're dealing with women that you believe are absolute 10 plus. And he's got a couple. I'm like looking at his B-roll. I've been looking at his B-roll for a couple of days now, kind of, when I was trying to prepare for this show. I saw maybe 3 women that I would talk to, like that I would actually stop and start a conversation with. 3 women. Of all the women, of all the scenes, I'm like, maybe 3. Because the standards that I hold myself to are the same no matter what country I'm in. I don't care if I'm in London, what country or what city. If I'm in UK, if I'm in London, if I'm in Germany, like at Frankfurt or something like that, you know what I mean? If I'm in Japan, like Tokyo, or if I'm in Korea, like Seoul, doesn't matter. I'm only messing with dimes, especially when I'm traveling. I'm only there for a hot second. I'm only messing with dimes. I'm like a woman at that point. I don't see the bottom 80. I'm only seeing the top 20. You know what I mean? Last good man in Jersey. This guy doesn't represent the PPBs, the passport bros I saw in the Philippines. I feel you, man. But here's the thing. They're coming, right? They're coming. They've messed up Colombia. They've messed up Brazil. Trust me, bro. They're on their way to the Philippines, and they're going to on their way to Thailand. They're not trying to level up. They're not trying to learn the traits or the tools that they need, the game that they need to be successful. If they had game, they'll be able to pull women in America. They'll be able to pull the kind of women they want in America. The people out there like last good man in Jersey, he knows what he's doing. He can get a woman of high caliber here in America if he wanted. He can do that. So he's going to the Philippines and getting the same type high caliber woman. He could pull that. He could pull it over there. He could pull it over here if he wants to. Why? Because he has game. A lot of these dudes you see in the B-roll don't have game. Casey Redbeard here, he got game. He knows how to talk to women. He was down in Miami. He was surrounded by beauty long before he left the country. And he was down there getting on. I keep telling y'all, man, like the women in Miami play fair. You don't have to be a full-blown player to get on down there. Like people think in Miami, they think of South Beach. They think of Brickell. Nah, man. Dade County is large, bro. There's a lot going on down there, man. I tell folks all the time, man, go to Kendall, man. Go to Doral. Right? Go up, you go north, man. Go to Miami Lakes. Go to Hialeah. You go all the way up. Go to Broward, Fort Lauderdale area. It's beautiful women all through there, bro. From Homestead all the way to Palm Beach, man. It's beautiful women out there, and they playing fair. But if you are not practicing on your game, if you don't know how to approach, you will never get to talk to them.
So I have 4 or 5 clients actively over my history of living here. I don't know, 10 to 15 plus clients where we ran their Tinder, Instagram, other dating apps, Bumble here in Medellin, Colombia. And I literally log in every single day to their dating apps because I'm either doing the texting for them or I'm coaching one of my account managers. And we are the client has outsourced his entire online dating to me. So I'm reading the conversations and I'm seeing with my own eyes the types of girls that we're matching with. Now we have so many strategies, guys. We do.
And so you see, like in the background, you got the one young lady, she's twerking, she's wearing pants, she got like a top on, she's going crazy twerking, but it doesn't look that egregious because I mean she's wearing pants. Yeah, she's shaking her butt, but she's not, you know what I mean? Like you see American women doing it, bro. They're wearing next to nothing, or their skirts all the way up. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But she's surrounded by women. The camera guy, and it's probably Casey holding the camera. The nearest dude is probably 4 or 5 feet away, talking to another woman. They're in a penthouse where there's, for every dude that's up, there's probably 6 or 7 women. The place is packed with, young girls, and they're just up there having fun. They're just up there having fun. And the dudes are going around talking, and they're not worried about approaching the women because the women won't look down on them and make fun of them and say, "Oh, get away from me, weirdo," whatever. They won't do that. They'll sit there and they'll talk. They'll, even if they don't speak the same language, they'll get the translator app, or they'll get someone over to translate for them. And guys are just blown away by this because they're not accustomed to this. Wow, she's beautiful. Now, if I twerking like that, I'm just kind of like shaking my head like, damn, shorty. But I don't believe she's doing it for attention. I believe she's doing it because she's just around her homegirls and there's no other dudes. And they're probably playing reggaeton and she's just breaking it down. Anyway, that's my take on it.
Do cold outreach on Instagram. We do Bumble. We do Tinder. You can't say, "Oh, well, it's just the girls on Tinder. It's Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Now, the way Casey is talking, he talks like that a little bit in real life. It's just the one time I spoke to him, he came across like that. And I kind of laughed. I sat back and laughed. I was like thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna have to smack the shit out of this white boy. That's what I was thinking. But Fresh was looking at me, and Fresh was kind of like putting his hands up because he could see, like, man, I choked the shit out this man. So, but they're from a different bubble. They're from a different. That's how they talk. They're from a different bubble, and they're working with these bottom 80 dudes. That's how they talk to. That's how they communicate with one another. And I mean, to me, it's funny because I'm like, bro, you say that, you say that if you want to. You tell somebody to shut the fuck up if you want to. Dude might smack the taste out your mouth because you don't know who's in that room. And again, when I was talking to dude, we weren't out in the world. We were at the studio. So we're there. Like he's in a quote unquote safe space. Cause I was sitting back like, yeah, if we was on the street, I definitely would have said something to him. But I'm in Myron's place. I'm like, this is Myron's house, man. So I ain't gonna say shit. I'm just gonna sit over here and be quiet. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you were in Columbia? I'm like, yeah. Like, I ain't on that. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you, homie, because we on different planes, bro. I'm in a different realm. You go ahead and handle your realm over there. You do that. I'm over here. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is, man. And the dude meant no harm by it. I understand he meant no harm by it. It's just the way he communicates. And again, this is when you move in different bubbles, you have to sit back. I sit back and wait, like, hold on. Let me make sure I'm seeing this right. Let me make sure before I do something. Let me make sure I'm seeing this right. So, so that it is what it is. But in his realm, in his bubble, in his world, yeah, he talks to them dudes like that, man. And them dudes, they look up to him because he's able to bring these beautiful women around. And again, like I said, dude knows how to talk to women. He can go out there and get himself a dime. He can hold a conversation, but he's in a country where women are open to that sort of thing. He knows the women who are basically selling themselves are in the game or not, right? So let's continue.
I lived here for 7 years. I will bitch slap anybody who wants to, try to tell me otherwise.
See what I'm saying?
You're just wrong, what I'm saying? Bro. Like, you're just fucking.
Like, I will bitch smack anybody. Like, bro, somebody might take you up on that. I just wanted to, but that is how he talks. I mean, he's not doing it for the camera. He's amped up a little bit, but he does talk like that because he was saying some stuff. And bro, I'm telling you, I was looking at him like something might happen.
Wrong if you don't acknowledge this. I can see it with my own eyes. From 4 o'clock to 4:30, sometimes 4:45, Monday through Friday, I'm in various men, expat, gringo, foreigners, Tinder accounts, Bumble accounts, Instagram accounts, seeing the type of girls that are responding, that are matching with, that are going out with our clients, and coaching my account managers on how to text more effectively, how to flirt more effectively. I'm literally in there reading these conversations on a daily basis and seeing which girls. 80 to 90% of the beautiful women in this city that are open to dating gringos are sex workers, and they have nothing in their brain.
He's like, nothing in their brain, bro. Say the same thing about America, bro. Same thing. Same thing. They're in LA, they're in Vegas, they're in Miami, they're in Fort Lauderdale, they're here in Tampa. Same thing. No experience. No, they're young. They're young, but they know how to finesse. You know what I mean? You can say the exact same thing. The difference between the women in Medellin, Colombia, and the women here in America, the women in Colombia are raised to be way more feminine, and that culture embraces femininity, whereas America does not. women in America are encouraged to be strong, to be hard, to be independent and all that kind of stuff, right? And they go out there, they chase the bag and they do whatever. You can't be feminine and be alpha at the same time. It just doesn't work. Brother D Max in the building. What's good, fam? It's like I've been traveling my entire life. The number one problem is that brothers are too thirsty going to tourist spots where 95% of the women there are working women or out to gain men. And that, my friend, is a fact. That is an absolute fact. And why do these guys go into the touristy spots? Because they don't know any better, bro. It was some dudes. I remember we bumped into a group of guys. We were in Medellin, man. This was a long time ago. We bumped into a group of guys talking, some brothers, right? Talking to them. One of the dudes was telling us about this one place where he was going to meet girls. I'm like, what? You saying this? I'm like, what the? Where is it? He was telling me, well, you got to get a cab and da-da-da. He's saying all this stuff. And I turned to one of my homies, like, you ever heard of this place? So we looked it up. Man, he was like he went to the barrio, like to the hood. He was going to the hood and he was going after streetwalkers. He was like, this man out of his mind. Like, you gonna leave America, come down here to Colombia and go chase streetwalkers? But that's what he was comfortable with. And that's what he was doing. He had the place he was staying in was just like this bottom end kind of place. We're like, yeah, man, we're staying over here. Oh man, those people over there be tripping and da-da-da. He's complaining about everything. I'm like, well, I like to stay places that are nice and safe and clean. I'm over here, bro. You can stay down there in the hood if you want. You gonna come over? Like, hell no. Hell no. Little short black dude. Like, nah, bro. I think he was from, I want to say he was from Indy. I'm gonna say he was from Indiana. Somewhere in the Midwest. And I was like, man, this dude out of his mind. But these guys go out here again because they're game goofy and they're blinded by the beauty of these women. Like in Miami, you get a woman in Miami who's considered like a 5 or a 6 in Miami, and you take her to Indiana or Illinois or one of the Dakotas or something like that. She's instantly like an 8, right? That's just this the scale, the beauty scale is just it's skewed that way, right? It's just they're finer down there. You take a 5 out of Medellin and bring her to America, bro. I'm telling you, man, she's 9. Her body's gonna be there. Like her femininity is 100% on point. Long, beautiful hair. She keeps herself right. She knows how to just sit there and sit in her feminine. Bro, she's up to 8.5, 9. Anywhere in America. Anywhere. You'd be hard pressed to find obese people down in Colombia. Really, in the rest of the world, it's really hard to find. You got to go to first country, first world nations to find obesity like that, like it is here in America. But I'm telling you, man, you're absolutely right. They're way too thirsty. They have no game. And of course, they're going to run up on these women. And the money that the women are trying to get at that, earlier, 3, 4, 5 years ago, the money that they were trying to get was like nothing, pennies on a dollar. But now, thanks to game goofy dudes, like pro athletes going over there, dropping thousands of dollars, these women are like, oh, Americans got money like this? So the money went way up. The financial requirement went way up. And these passport bros with no game, they've priced themselves out of a market that they love. Because now these women want you to have this kind of bread, or they're not going to talk to you. Why? Because they're not interested in you. They don't want to be with you. But if you a dude with game, you go down there, you know how to holler at somebody. You don't have to have any money, bro. She's not after your money. If she into you like that, she's not after your money. She'll come through, post up. She'll bring groceries with her, pay for it herself. A lot of times I have to sneak money into the girl's purse. Like she was just, I know you ain't got money like that, baby. You know what I mean? Like I know that's a little bit of change. I sneak some money to her, like here. You know what I mean? Get that to your mom. You know what I mean? Because I done met the family, whatever. They get that to your mom. Tell her I said hello. You know what I mean? Like a little money for groceries or whatever. That's just me being cool because I know what the situation is. She coming over there spending bread. I'm trying to just give her that money back. Like she done went to the grocery store and spent, $150. It's a lot of money for her. I mean, maybe put $200 back in her purse. And people are like, man, that's the game right there. She running you. I'm like, maybe she ran me for $50. I reimbursed her and gave her $50 on top. Okay. If that's her game, then she's game goofy too. Because she spent the entire weekend with me. You know what I mean? Like cooking for me. We going out. She taking me places. I'm introducing me to people. I'm talking about like real people. We going into places. Here's the maitre d', here's the DJ, here's the manager, here's the owner for $50. You know what I mean? For like 4 days. I'm not there for 4 days, 5 days. All right. If that's her game, man, she gotta step her shit up. right? Because she's getting $600 a day from the Passport Bros. And those guys are like happy to pay it. $600 to be with this beautiful woman. They happy to pay it. You know what I mean? And not the same woman in the scenario that I'm giving you, but the same caliber of woman, the same scale of beauty. They don't know what to do. Like, I mean, these girls are just basically grabbing these dudes by their ankles and just shaking all the money out. And these dudes are happy to let the money fly out because they get an opportunity to talk to these beautiful women. Keep paying attention to. Oh man, I didn't mean to stop it on old girls' boobs. I mean, stop it right there. But keep watching the B-roll, and you'll see how these guys are just completely enthralled with these women. They don't know what to do with themselves. And in their mind, they're like, oh, this is an easy cheat code. All I gotta do is fly down to Medellin and pay Redbeard a little bit of money so he can manage my dating app and he can help me, like put me in the presence of these women, and I don't have to know what to say. It's just gonna go my way. All right, that's what you want to do. Brother Pitney's in the building. What's good, fam? Like I knew Casey and Fresh were cool. I had no idea Casey was so amped. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of when you turn on these cameras, man, you got to amp it up a little bit, bro. I mean, there's a little bit of performance going on, and you got to understand Casey's around people like Justin Waller. You know what I mean? And he watches the same content, so he watches the tapes. You know, a lot of people they're gonna want to come off that way, and you know, it is what it is. It makes sense to me. But you know, Jay Waller's a big dude. And I mean, he says something like that, like, you know, shut the fuck up. He's normally saying it to an individual, maybe a troll or something like that. You know what I mean? I've never heard the Tates say that, like in real life. You know, I'm talking about in real life. So, man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But hey, he ain't lying about what he has going on down there in Colombia and what he's doing in Brazil. He's not lying. And like I said, you saw there's a couple pictures of just him. He's like, look, I know how to talk to women, just him and like these beautiful women. He has game. He knows what he's doing. The women he brings to his party are just, you know what I mean? They're like for Colombia, they're probably, you know, 5, 6, 7 for Colombia. He's not going to bring those dimes in there because he's basically trying to holler at them on his own. And they are down there, man. I've seen some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life walking around in Medellin. The reason I went to Medellin in the first place is women from Cali were telling me that's where the most beautiful women in Colombia were. So you got to go to Medellin. That's where the most beautiful women in Colombia are. Like, word? Right? The serious dancers, though, the people who love to dance, they're up in Cali. Let's continue.
Qué lindo. Ay, me gusta. Now, again, the Matrix is trying to clip this and cut this and cancel me again, try to get me banned on YouTube. This will be the fourth or fifth social network that I've been banned from if they get me banned on YouTube. So for the record, I want to state this. There are beautiful, sophisticated, smart, sexy, English-speaking, educated women in Medellin, Colombia. They do exist. They just don't date gringos. So if you're thinking about coming here, you know, basically.
They do date. They date who they want to date. They ain't messing with Passport Bros because they look at you as lame. So, you know, if I were Casey, I would have put it that way. Like, man, they're not dating lames. You got to get your game up. It don't take much. Just a little bit of understanding goes a long way. Get your game up. You come off dressed like a lame, saying stupid shit like a lame, throwing money around like, you know, whatever. Then they're going to treat you accordingly, homie. They're going to treat you accordingly. They might set you up. And you're starting to hear about that too. A lot of stories coming out of Colombia, man. A lot of dudes getting got. A lot of dudes getting kidnapped, you know what I mean? Getting shanked up. You know, a lot of guys, you know, getting deleted down there. A lot of guys being held for ransom. Yeah, it's going on down there, bro. That's what these bottom 80 no game having guys have done to the situation. They easy marks. They coming down here with all this bread. These girls are telling them to bring all this money down. These guys are like, okay, I got the money. They literally bring a bag with them. And then, yes, you're gonna go in there and have her cousins or something running there, right? Because you know, another thing too, like we had my buddy Perry Davis on here, and we were talking about the women down there in the game or whatever. They're out there doing the sex work or whatever. They're not doing it because they want to get a Hermes bag. They're not doing it because they want a Chanel purse, you know what I mean, or some Chanel shoes. They're doing it so they can feed their mom and dad, their family, take care of their family. They're doing it to pay back a debt they stupid cousin or uncle done ran up with the cartel. They're doing it with purpose. That's why they're doing it. And if you're gonna come down there, you're gonna make it easy for her. Like, oh, I can pay all this debt back with one quick lick. Why wouldn't she set you up, bro? Why wouldn't she set you up? I mean, you get set up in America. Same thing. I know way too many dudes that are gonna set up in America. I talk to the women who set the dudes up. Like, yeah, I set that up. And the girls are being there getting punched. They'll tell you, like, make sure you punch me. Hit me in my face. Right? But they know what time it is. Like, man, they coming in here to snatch this 100,000 real quick, plus products. So yeah, punch me in the face hard. This is women telling you this. Guys come in there and take care of business. Take care of business. You know what I mean? And D-Mac is like, yeah, dude is lying. Hey, man, it's the way he see it. And I think from his world, in his realm, you know what I mean? I think it makes sense in his realm. You dealing with dudes who don't know what they're doing. Me and D-Mac could go down there and meet Brother Pitney, D-Mac, last good man in Jersey. Everybody that's in this chat right now, we could go to Medellin and have a good old time, bro. We ain't going to have no problem getting women. No problem whatsoever. Getting real, you know what I mean? Top tier women. Having a good time, bro. We ain't got to worry about nobody drugging us, dropping pills. We ain't touching them. We ain't dealing with them. We're dealing with the real deal. We're not even going to be in those areas, you know what I mean, those touristy spots where all these passport bros are down there getting ran. We're not even going to be there. We'll see them. Oh, there they go over there. You know, because our people will tell us where to go. Like, don't go here. We're going to go over here to this party. I'm going to introduce you to my people over here. Okay, great. Wherever I go, no matter what hemisphere is in, if I go into a place more than once, I'm going to get cool with the people who work there. I'm going to get cool with the managers. I'm going to get cool with the owners. They're going to look out for me. They're going to have a little table for me in the corner. They're going to know I'm the American coming in there. Here come the gringo. It's cool. They got me. They're taking care of me. Why? Because I tip well and I know how to handle myself. These dudes, these passport bros don't know how to do it. They just don't know how to do it. D-Mac, it was like, not one problem. Exactly. And get the top of the food chain. Facts. We're going to pull women that own their own businesses, doctors, lawyers. Exactly. Now, the thing with Colombia, again, the dollar is extremely strong. Their economy is under some strain. It really is. Their GDP, whatever, and all that, it is what it is. So there are women down there who are doctors, who are lawyers, architects, or whatever. They're still not making the kind of money that their American counterparts or their British counterparts are making. But they're not going to go out there and sell themselves either. They just got to work harder. They'll just have a side hustle and they're doing, especially now with all this e-commerce and everything that's online, they probably have a Patreon set up and be talking to people or whatever. So they're going to make some money on the side. But I'm with you, bro. The women down there, all the women down there ain't like that. And it's easy. That's the low hanging fruit. But again, we're gonna keep the video going, man. Like I said, pay attention to the exactly, like pay attention to the video, pay attention to the guys, man. You can see that they're a little bit uncomfortable, bro. Why? Because they've never been around this caliber of beauty.
We don't. It's just gonna be a bunch of retards and sex workers. I was at a dinner with some friends of mine, and we kind of went around. We went around the horn, and we were just talking. Like, basically, we said, "Hey, let's all think about the last 5 to 10 girls we've dated, had sex with, etc., and in some capacity were romantically involved with, whether it was cold approach, whether it was meeting through friends. Let's try to think of, like, you know, a variety of sourcing methods here, not just, you know, Tinder or whatever." And we said, okay, cool. We have, like, okay, we're picturing these last, you know, couple girls we've dated, girls that I've met at, you know, parties of mine, etc., social events. And we basically came to the conclusion that about 80% of them in some way or form are involved in sex work or asked us for money. Just straight up said, can you give me some money? Can you buy me something? So again, I'm talking from personal experience. I'm talking from talking with other friends of mine.
And he's right about that, man. And pay attention to the way these dudes are dressed now. It's nighttime and all that. I'm telling you, man, these dudes are game goofy. They don't have the game needed to be successful, but they can, because they have money, be around beautiful women. And they're around these women right here. These young girls are cute, but they wouldn't stand a chance around real sophisticated women, especially in Medellin or Bogota or Cali or Cartagena. They wouldn't be able to do it, because you still need that basic understanding. You got to have game. I don't care where the woman is from. She could spot a lamb a mile away. All women can do that. That's universal. Right? So these dudes, they're happy. It was a good investment for them. They had a great time, but they can't replicate that here in America. But if they had game, they could. Like the story, some of my craziest stories were here in America, bro. I got some good stories overseas, but the best stories right here in the good old US of A. Right here, bro. Because I'm out here doing my thing. You know what I mean? With dimes right here in this country. It ain't don't cost you nothing, brother Pitney. You know what I mean? Like some of these passport bros can't get into hot water simply because they don't know how to network, plan, and run game. Yeah. And that's what I talk about here the most, man. When I'm talking about just basic knowledge, basic understanding of the sexual dynamic. Right? It's just this basic understanding, bro. Like I'm going out tonight. I'm gonna go out tonight. I got a couple things I need to do. Wherever I go, I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna meet some people, and then who knows where it may lead. But I have a basic understanding, right? I'm good to go. I can spot a problem. I can see when someone's checking me out. I can see when someone's sizing me up. I can see when someone might be thinking about trying to set me up. I'm back there chilling. I'm lurking in the shadows. I see you before you see me. People don't have that. These dudes don't have that kind of game. They run that. They're just blinded by all these. Oh, look at all these cute girls. Man, she's touching me on the shoulder. Like, come on, bro. And yeah, she gonna let you smash. She don't care, but she gonna get the bag, bro. And what he was saying was, he was like before. Remember at the beginning of this stream, I was talking about how it used to be a finesse. Like the women were in the game, and they had a really good way of running their finesse, so you wasn't quite sure if she was a pro or what was going on. But now they're like, just give me money. Just give me money. Why? Why is that? Because these game goofy dudes, these passport bros, done came down there, and that's what it boiled down to. Man, just give me money. I ain't got time for the bullshit, bro. I'm gonna need $300. Dollars, not pesos. I'm gonna need $300. She might ask for $1,000, $1,500. Then change their life. I mean, she, like I said, man, she's like, she down there getting it. And these dudes are coughing it up. You know what I mean? They coughing it up. Like, oh, here you go. Here you go. And it's to the point now, I bet you most of these women ain't even smashing these dudes. They just spending time with them. Running that game, not even smashing. So it's like, this is why you need to know what you're doing and have some understanding.
And I'm talking from literally seeing the dating apps of my clients with my own eyes and seeing. I just know anytime, one of my accounts says, oh, I got a new match for, Bob or whatever. I just know there's going to be an OnlyFans link. She's going to be covered with tattoos. She's going to be showing off a shitload of skin and all her photos. I just know they're just garbage women, the ones that want to date gringos. Now, if you go to another city in Colombia, say Bogota, let me back up actually. Why do people in Medellin, they're called a regionalista, like regionalist, I guess. I don't know. We don't really say that in English, regionalistas. They basically think that their culture is the best and everyone else sucks. And this is not just towards gringos. It's a known thing that there's like a rivalry in Colombia between, Medellin, Cali, Bogota. Every city kind of like, thinks they're the best, but it's crazy in Medellin.
Bro, we do that right here in America. Northerners talk about Southerners. The people out west talk about the people out east. You know what I mean? Think about that, man. People in LA, we talking about LA the popping. It's the thing. People in New York be like, whatever, man. New York is where it is. Chicago be like, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, man. It's all about Chicago and the Midwest. Miami, like, man, you want the most beautiful woman, you got to come down to Miami. We do the exact same thing in this country. What he's talking about, I get where he's coming from because I've had these conversations with women too. Women were telling me this, like I said earlier. It were women from Cali who were telling me to go to Medellin. They were telling me like, that's where the most beautiful women are. So because I was talking about, I'm beautiful women. Like, oh, you want the most beautiful women? And this is a woman that I was smashing, and she was like, oh no, you want to go here? And the chick that I was with, she was, man, at the time, she was one of the coolest women I've ever been with. You know what I mean? Man, like I said, man, solid 7.5, 8. Where was I? I was in Aruba. I met her in Aruba. Fine shorty. She was there on her little vacation. Met me. We had a nice time together. But she was breaking it all the way down for me. Like, nah, this is where you want to go. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what's up. So yeah, you know, you got the regional thing. Like like I said, that in Cali, if you want to go dance, all the people in Colombia tell you, like, I think all the best dancers are in Cali. That's what I think they told me it was Cali. You know what I mean? Like if you want that city life, you know what I mean, more like a New York kind of thing, you want to go to Bogota. You know what I mean? You want that beach life, man. You know, you all about that playa. You want to go to the beach, you want to go to Cartagena. You know what I mean? And it's just like they kept and yeah, they got their own like we smarter over here. You know what I mean? We're cooler over here. It's the same thing in America, bro. Same thing in America. Right. So I get where he's coming from, but to say like the blow like it's some sort of rivalry, nah.
They just straight up don't like people from the coast. From Bogota, oh my God, ask anybody, ask a girl, if anybody's been dating here, ask a girl from Medellin what they think of people from Bogota in general. They'll just start talking hella shit. And I think on some level, it's because they know that people in Bogota are just a lot smarter than them. I mean, I got to be careful what I say on here, but let's just say Medellin is not winning any awards for education. I'll leave it at that. That's how you guys kind of read between the lines of what I'm really trying to say here. But yeah, I would not imagine any Nobel Prize winning in the field of mathematics or chemistry people coming out of Medellin. Okay.
Stop it, Casey. Snatch somebody out of Medellin and snatch somebody out of anywhere in America and put them in a room together and start asking them questions. And we're gonna have a contest on who's smarter. My money's on the person from Colombia. My money's on anyone other than the Americans. Like we live in a country where you go grab a 22-year-old person can't tell you, you know what I mean, how many states are in the continental United States. Hell, they can't tell you how many states make up the United States of America. You know what I mean? Forget about it. They can't tell you that. Americans, Colombians can tell you. Colombians can tell you exactly how many states make up America. Colombians can tell you where you can find these different cultures in different countries. They can tell you. So that little part right there, man, I don't know about that, bro. I think you went too far, homie. You know what I mean? Some of the dumbest people I ever bumped into in my life are right here in the good old USA.
So if you want to come to Colombia, first of all, I have other things that I can't say about this country. I'm leaving to Brazil. And there's just some other things about Colombia as a whole that would make me, kind of cross it off the map as somewhere I would never want to live. But, Bogota, the coast, random cities, Sincelejo, Colombia, like these random cities, you can probably find beautiful girls that have a brain and that are open to dating gringos. Again, and like I said a million times, it's not that there's no beautiful women with a brain not doing sex work in Medellin. They do exist. They just don't date gringos. 1 in a million exception. If you can find one like that, hold on to her. Now,
and so you can get where he was coming from with all this, right? And I agree with 85% of what he's talking about. The reason these women in Colombia don't want to deal with gringos is because the gringos they talking about are passport bros, and the passport bros came down there and fucked up the spot. That's what that is. That's all that is. That's all it is. They're tired of dealing with these game goofy Americans who come down here. Like, yeah, they'll take the money, they'll do what they do, and then send the dudes on their way. Like, it is what it is. That's all. So on this platform, like, we're really trying to help these dudes. Like, yo, y'all need to get y'all game up, man. I keep saying it over and over again. Like, y'all need to get y'all games up. Like, I just did a video today when I was reacting to a Fresh and Fit clip when they had women, playing a role game. Women had to play the role of a man and approach and get name, number, and set up a date with a woman played by one of the guys. And you can see the women have zero game. The vast majority of the dudes who watch Fresh and Fit, their game is on par with those women. The vast majority of those dudes in the chat talking all that madness, they don't know how to approach women either. They don't. And like I said, for the people in the red pill, like these dudes out here in the manosphere in the red pill, like the Mano Swamp, shout out to Rich Cooper, in the red pill world, only 20% of them are actually trying to get better. I think the rest of those dudes are just happy to be making noise and talking shit to these women that they see on Fresh and Fit or whatever, or on the whatever podcast, or whatever, like on Michael Surchan's thing in Vegas. They just want to talk crazy, but they're not trying to do the work. They're not trying to get out here and learn how to get their game together. They're not trying to get out here and to master their code approach, to master their day game. They're not trying to get into the gym and stay in shape. They're not trying to make money. They're not trying to figure out, what's next for them, set goals and achieve them. They're not trying to do that, man. All they want to do is sit there and talk crazy, and for a couple hours on a live stream, be able to send in some money so someone can actually hear them. That's pretty much all they want. And they're like, oh, come on, Uncle Sam, you be sending money in to Fresh and Fit. Like, yeah, to support them. Yeah, to support them. But if I want to talk to Myron, I just pick up the phone, shoot him a text. If I want to holler at Fresh, just pick up the phone. Right? Because I'm in the streets. I'm out there in the trenches, man. I network. And this is all part of that. It's all part of the game of life, bro. These guys are going crazy. Like, oh, I can't believe you met Andrew Tate. Like, well, I was there, man. He's a cool guy. He was cool. Yeah, I met him. I met most of the people out there in the red pill space in person. I've interacted with tons of people via DMs and stuff like that, man. So it is what it is. You got to be the same way with women, bro. Like, there's no substitute, man. There's no cheat code. You got to get out here and get your face broken a couple times. Go out here, try to holler at some women, do something wrong, figure it out. Like, oh, man, just where I messed up. I ain't gonna do that no more. And then go out there and do it again. Go out there and talk to women. Figure out how to approach. Figure out how not to look creepy. Figure out how to break the ice. Figure out how to read the body language. And if you can do all those things, that's just scratching the surface. But when you start to do these things, you get better and better and more proficient. Here in America, when you take a trip abroad, bro, you're gonna be like a pimp with it. You're gonna be like top tier player with it. Because you're gonna sit back. Some places are a little slower when it comes to the game. When it comes to like the sexual dynamic, the womanizing, they some places are a little bit slower. It's easier. Some places like Colombia, there's just so many women down there. There's just not enough dudes. So women are just eager to talk to someone, right? It's especially like, oh, you're not from around here. It's so many different dynamics out there. But you need to work on your game where you live. And then you'll be able to take that game with you wherever you go. I don't care if you go to Alaska. I don't care if you go to Greenland. I don't care if you go to, Micronesia. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can go to Kwajalein, bro. It doesn't matter. Game is game. You see a woman sitting at the bar, you'll know how to approach. You will know with a glance if she's open to you talking to her or not. You will know. And then those cases when they come up and talk to you, you'll see what's going on. You will know, like, okay, this woman is working or not. You can tell. You're gonna be looking for her ring, like, man, she's married. All right, see what's up with that. We'll see how this plays out. You know what I mean? We'll see where her husband is. Her husband might be about it. You know what I mean? You never know. Like, her husband might send her out. They might be into that. You'll be able to peep that, and you'll be able to get yourself out of those situations seamlessly. Just keeping it moving. But you can't just up and go with no game in America. You're going to go someplace like Colombia or wherever you're going to go and think it's going to work for you. It does not work like that, especially now because all these other game goofy passport bros done messed it up for you. So now you're going to go over there and these women are waiting on you. Here comes another one. They see you getting off the bird. Like, oh, he's getting off the airplane. They go another one. Walking around with your phone. You send live streaming, saying all this stuff, I saw a stream. I think it might have been a short. Some dude was in Colombia walking around live streaming. Some girl with a mask on came up and like got in front of him and hugged him and was doing all this kind of stuff and kissed him on the cheek through her mask and then walked away and he was smiling like, yeah, this is how I try to get down here. She had stolen his necklace. Just like that. Just walked up, got his ass, stole his necklace. And in my mind, I'm thinking that's what you get. Because if I'm wearing jewelry, I got it tucked in, bro. As soon as I get off the plane, I got it tucked in. I don't know who's watching, who's doing what. I don't have my weapons on me. I'm down here. All I got is my hands and whatever utensils. I might have one of these. You know what I mean? But pretty much all I got is my hands and my wits. I'm not trying to look like, and I'm certainly not doing all this stuff, man, by myself. I'm paying attention, bro. I could do the live when I get to the hotel room and get all secured. That's what he get. She snatched him for his, I don't know, that necklace might have been $5,000. She might be able to get maybe $1,000 for it down there, but guess what? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Yeah, Brother Penny, that Sims do. They ruin everything they touch, man. They ain't got no game. They don't know any better. They don't know any better. You know what I mean, Brother D-Mac? Most of these brothers that are doing that live stream from the tourist area come off corny as hell. That's true. That's true. And that's, if I'm going to hit somebody, I'm going to hit that dude. That's the target. He ain't paying attention, bro. You're in a different country, man. You don't know how this works, man. You better, my head's on a swivel, bro. I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. I'm paying attention. So that's what he got, man. And it was a white dude. It was a white dude. I don't know when he figured out she snatched that chain. I bet you maybe somebody in his chat told him, hey man, she took your chain. People chasing that clout. So busy chasing clout, but they don't want to get better. They don't want to get out here, and they don't want to do the work. So I mean, it is what it is, man. I have no sympathy for those dudes who get wrecked. That's on them. That's on them. But I just wanted to cover that, y'all. Just wanted to cover that, man. Just so y'all can see what's going on, man. And I'm gonna run. I'm gonna pull a video up one more time. I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna run it and on mute. But look at the guys. Look how they're dressed, right? Look at these dudes just happy. Like, I'm not gonna be in a hot tub full of dudes, and I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. If we're all jumping in the water, like we're all jumping into the lake or something like that, I'll do that. But I'm not trying to be in a hot tub with a bunch of folks, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? Sitting on top of each other. Like little shorty, she's fine. She's very attractive. Like, what's up? I mean, but down there, she's a 7. She's like 2 steps above average, barely. She's really like a 6. She's about a 6 down there. I'm not trying to take nothing from her. She's fine. But they are beautiful down there. Yeah, man, you gonna holler at her all day long. You gonna holler at her. I mean, you see them everywhere. And that's what he was talking about. Right? He's, rented out the real nice house. This is cool. This is real nice. Got the infinity pool and everything. Everybody's chilling and just kind of, just silking it. Dude's on his phone. He can't believe where he is. All these women are just by themselves. Like, man, it's like they got to be there. It's like they're at work. Like they got to be there. But they're cool. They just, they just chilling out. Like Casey knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's got a beautiful house. I'm pretty sure he has security if he needs it. But I would definitely have some sort of security there. I mean, dude's making it happen. But to say that these women won't be seen with gringos, now they won't be seen with these lame passport bros. They won't be seen with them. And there's these, you put these guys in these situations with these women, they don't know what to do. Casey's cool with them because he deals with them all the time. They are his friends. These women are his friends. That's why he's able to do all this stuff. He can do whatever he wants. He can do no wrong. And here they are. They all dressed up. Little shorty, another. That's a baddie. Look how that's the average woman in Colombia, especially Medellin. That's what they look like, man. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. And look at the guys. Like this guy, Casey had to introduce the dude. He probably, oh man, check her out, man. Why didn't the guys just go up and talk to her? Why you got to get introduced, man? She's there for you, homie. You know what I mean? Look how the dudes are dressed, man. They all look like, come on, bro. They look like lames. They look like lames in this country. Not to knock these boys, but y'all need to get y'all game together, man. Get y'all style together, man. Work on y'all fashion. What are y'all doing? You looking like a gringo. Down there, man, you could just a 2-piece linen thing, man. Get you some nice linen pants, nice linen shirt, some decent shoes, bro. You own like some loafers. You own. That's all you need. That's all you need. If you want to put on a jacket or whatever, put on a nice little suit. That's cool. You know what I mean? You can put on some jeans, put on a nice little blazer, little shirt underneath it, collar shirt, put a tie on if you want to. That's like universal, man. That works anywhere. Anywhere. Like these dudes, man, these dudes are having the time of their life. I'm happy for these guys, man. Like I'm just like really watching the B-roll over here. These guys are having the time of their lives. They are surrounded by beautiful women. and they can go talk to any of the women and they won't get shot down. They are so happy right now. It's like, oh man, look, I mean, they just look, and these women right here, these are all fives in Medellin. Average. Straight up average. That's right in the middle, fives. And I'm not trying to take anything away from them. They're beautiful young women. But that's just show you what's going on down there. They're fives, bro. You know, dudes are wearing shorts. Don't wear shorts if you go to Colombia, man. The only gringos do that. You know, this guy just happy to be talking. That's one of the dudes that he'll cough up some bread and not even want to smash. Like these dudes are like falling in love, bro. Like they ready to get married. Like, yeah, bro. Shoot, man. When I get back, man, she said she'll come to America. Of course she will. Of course she will, bro. These dudes are ready to get married. They just if I'm at an event like this, if I walk into an event like this in Medellin or anywhere else on planet Earth for that matter, I'm gonna sit back and see the woman. I'm gonna find, oh, there's Myron. You know, Myron's just doing this thing, smacking like he know what he's doing. He just like whatever. But I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna find a woman I like, the finest woman in there. I'm gonna go talk to her and I'm gonna leave with her. I'm not gonna be there long, bro. I'll be there 25, 30 minutes tops, and I'm out. Go in there, shake everybody's hand that I got a network with, and then I'm out. You know what I mean? They had a shooter was in the house, right? You got guys in there who know what they doing. This is the only shot that they were in. Like they came to this event, they came in there, did what they had to do, and they left. While all the other dudes were just kind of in there chilling. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. There are beautiful women everywhere. There are tons of beautiful women in this country. There are tons of beautiful women in every hemisphere on planet Earth. But if you don't have game, you're never going to get with those women. You know what I mean? Brother Pitt is like, yeah, man, Mr. Pitt, like a Colombian 6 is an 8 in many parts of the U.S. Yeah, 8+, bro. Absolutely right. 8 plus. And it is what it is. But you got to have the game, bro. If you don't want to get the game, if you're looking for cheat codes, man, it's going to go to where it's going to go. It might work out for you. You might find a woman who just wants to be with you and she has pity on you, marries you, and, you know, you guys have kids and live happily ever after. It could happen. But more than likely, she's just going to run your pockets. She's going to run your pockets, man. She's going to give you that Foxy Brown. She's going to blow your mind, right? And while you're away, you're going to be sending her bread, $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. You know what I mean? You might send her a couple grand. You know what I mean? When some emergency is going to pop up, like my dog broke his ankle. Okay, send $1,000 for the vet bill. You know, oh, I need money to buy my nephew's books for school. All right, here's another 800. You won't even care. Go down there a couple times. Whenever you come down there, she'll make time to see you. But she won't be with you all the time. She'll just come over and spend like a few hours and something. Oh, I got to go. My mom just called me. She's sick. I got to go home. What she's really doing is going to her dude. Right, that's it. She just, you know, she just running her game. You get you a little bit of Foxy Brown and you're completely oblivious to what she's doing, and she's just running her game, bro. Taking your money. But you know what? If you cool with that, you don't mind spending the bread, you're getting what you want out of it. She's getting what she wants out of it. It's completely transactional. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just advise that you get some game. So at least you know that's what you're doing. So that's it. That's all I got to say about that, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Like I said, I got to wrap this up early. I got stuff I got to do. And there's a couple comedy shows popping off tonight, and I got to go out and check out some talent, man. We're looking to we got a show on the 9th, so I'm looking to put that first show together. I got to get out here and meet some comics and see what they're doing. I like to see them in person. A lot of people tell me, oh, this person's good and that person's good. I want to see them do their thing, get my own feel for it so I can see where they are, and so I know where to place them as far as the order. Is it an opener? Is it a middle? Or is it a closer? That's the closers are the ones you want to go up last, the funniest. The middle people are the ones who are like, just about there. And then the openers are pretty much like the new people just starting to get their stuff together. So I got to go out here and do a little talent search, man. So I hope you guys are well. I hope all is well on your end. XNM, I think it is. Religion of Game is an adaptive response to Black man's culture of powerlessness. The Black man with the most game, or laid losing. Word. There are some dudes out there who define themselves by how many women they can get. You know, like the true player type dudes who go out there and they want to run their game or whatever. But when I talk about game, I'm talking about understanding. Being able to understand human nature, female and male nature, right? The game of life is the most important game you're ever going to play, and you're born into it, right? So right off rip, when I talk to people and I talk about game and they're like, all they thinking about is women, like, bro, it's about that hustle game. It's about that financial game, man. It's about, again, about the game of life, the religious game. It's all kind of game out there, right? So, disease, rude with kids, etc., and paying support, and then claiming to have them under control. LOL. Yeah, man. Like I hear what you're saying. You know, there's a lot of young people out there, and I mean, you jumped on right at the end because I would love to, you know, come to, you know, we'll talk on one of the other lives. Come back, we could talk about it. But talking about these passport bros and having a lack of knowledge and understanding, going to another country and getting finessed here in America, is that lack of game, lack of knowledge. It's not really about the sex part, right? Let's keep it 100. There's no one out there who can just has the right combination of words or whatever they could say to a woman to get her to have sex with him, right? Those pickup artists said today, oh, I could teach you how to do this and negging and all this kind of stuff, like, you know, mystery and all that kind of stuff. I read the books, right? They're not saying anything to get a woman to jump into bed with them. If a dude could do that and he could sell that book, I mean, that'd be the richest man on the planet. Women decide who they want to be with. The game is the understanding of female nature. The game part comes into play when you know to shut up. Like you sitting there talking to a woman, and you know to be quiet. That's where the game part comes in. The game part is when you know how to network properly. You know, being able to go out and be around top tier men, top tier women, A-list people and stuff like that. I have a lot of experience with that. Why? Because I know how to sit back and observe and have a regular conversation, and I know when to shut up, right? And that goes a long way, and that leads you to opportunities. So there's a lot of ways to look at game. You know, I mean, I see what you're saying. He said the passport bros are the dudes with the most understanding. Word. The black man getting disease support others, and others are the ones who don't get it. LOL. Oh, I see what you're saying. The passport bros don't have the most understanding. Passport bros are looking for shortcuts, the vast majority of them. Now, dudes who have passports and been traveling for ever, you know what I mean? I began traveling before you even needed a passport, bro. I mean, you can go to Mexico, you can go to, you know, Jamaica, you could go to Aruba with just a birth certificate and a driver's license. Right? So I was traveling way before all that. The vast majority of Americans, they never leave America. The passport bros, the dudes, the segment of the population we're talking about are these guys who get their passports and they go to these countries and they have these experiences with women that they can't have in their home country. A lot of it's because it's just easier. And the reason it's easier over there is because they have American money, bro. They have dollars and the dollar is strong. So they go over there and that levels them up almost automatically. But when it comes down to being able to hold a conversation, being a charming gentleman, right? Being able to engage in some sort of conversation is outside of the realm of just trying to bed some woman. That's where the real game lies. That's where it really lies. You know what I'm saying? So to say that, well, the passport bros go out here because they really get it. They don't get it. Passport bros need to be able to do whatever they're doing in Thailand or Panama or Vietnam or the Philippines, right? Whatever they're doing over there, they should be able to do right here in America, and they can't. Why can't they? Because they refuse to put in the work. They're looking for cheat codes. They didn't go outside. They didn't play outside, right? Passport bros over here getting knocked in the back of the head. They're getting set up by these women. Why? Because they lack game, basic knowledge, basic understanding. Dudes be telling me all the time, I got drugged. Like, bro, how did you think she wasn't going to drug you, man? What was on your mind? You bring two women you've never met before. You met them on an app. back to your crib, right? Come on now. And where are you staying? Are you even taking steps to protect yourself from that? Just in case you get game goofy, like everybody slipped, like just in case you slip because you done came across the finest woman you ever seen in your life. Are you staying in a hotel that's gonna make sure that you're okay before they let her leave? Are you staying at a place where the security is gonna come back and check on you? That's lack of understanding. That's lack of game. That's lack of game. So, I hear what you're saying, bro, but I don't agree with you at all. At all. So when I talk to these young guys, I'm like, look, man, simply because you went to the DR and you came up on some beautiful women or whatever, and you had yourself a night, why'd you have to go to the DR to do it? How come you can't do it here? Where you live? You know what I mean? Why can't you do it here? You live in Grayling, Michigan? You know what I mean? You live in Paris, Texas? Why can't you make it happen there? Like I said, my best stories are right here in America. Some cool stories. And then when you really get to the highest level of the game, it's not about who you can have sex with or what woman, knowing what woman wants to be with you. The true player is the one telling these beautiful women, no, I'm cool, not tonight. I'll talk to you later and walk away. Right? That's when you really have mastered the game. It's not because you're right. It's not about sex, bro. It's not about going out here knocking women up and doing whatever. It's not about that. Absolutely not. It's about having the knowledge, the ability, the wherewithal to maneuver no matter what hemisphere you're in. That's what it's really all about. You know what I mean? And that's funny. Like, and Brother Penny's like, a lot of passport bros are near black pill. Yeah, Doomer's running and running a hope strategy. That's fine. I see that. I see that. It's like, I think we have more women in Atlanta that are finessing these brothers just like the rest of the world. Yeah, man. Down here in Tampa, Miami. Like, man, I've been talking to a lot of dancers, man, strippers, trying to talk to these strippers because I want them to do the platform. I'm trying to get interviews. And bro, their level of finesse is insane. Like, I'll sit back in a club and just watch them work, bro. And I am awed by the way that the top tier strippers do it. I ain't talking about the baby strippers, the ones just getting in the game. I'm talking about the ones who have mastered their approach. Bro, think about it, man. These women on average get $5,000 to $10,000 a month just talking to dudes. And well, they did lap dances or whatever. Like, bro, it's not intercourse. It's not intercourse. And these women are telling me stories like, yeah, man, this guy, she's like, you see that guy right there? He asked me to come up here tonight, and I told him I wouldn't come up here for less than $10,000. And you see the guy over there working out the deal to get the $10,000, all singles, right? They bring out a plate of money, $10,000, cellophane wrapped up, 10,000 bundles. And then she's like, so yeah, I told him, don't come in here, expect me to see him for less than $10,000. So he said he was going to come, so I came in here tonight. So I'm going to talk to you later, baby. I'm about to go work my hand. Give me a call later. That's what she's telling me. And she go over there and get her 10 grand. That's the finesse, and I ain't mad. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at all. I thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean? You cannot deal with black women 50% STD, 80% obese. Who are you, bro? Like, what are you? You a troll? You a troll? Here we go. If you can't deal with black women, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I'm done with you. You're not socially aware. Gotcha. You ain't got nothing, man. You over here talking shit. I'm a grown ass man about to go outside and get into the real world, man. Like, what are you doing, bro? You over here just talking crazy. You know what I mean? Got Airborne all the way. I see you, Airborne. What's good, homie? I see you, Airborne. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I gotta go. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all, man. Even the XNM, whatever, whoever you are, Trolly. Even you, bro. Good luck with yourself, man. I assume you're a passport, bro. So get out there, man. Make sure you get your money right. Take your money over to wherever you're gonna go, Thailand or whatever, and do your thing, homie. Like, do your thing. Dusto's in the building. What's good, fam? I see you. It is what it is. Hey, do you want to see a room full of simps? Yeah, hit Magic City in Atlanta. Man, I remember Magic City and Club Nicky back in the day, bro. Back in the early 90s. Woo, my God, Magic City Club Nicky's was stupid. Stupid. Brothers be throwing thousands of dollars on the stage for nothing. Yeah, man. Bands to make her dance. They doing it because they got it. The money came so quick. Money came so fast, bro. You know what I mean? I will holler at you later, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all y'all coming through, man. Again, I gotta go. It's all good. Appreciate our new troll, man. Hopefully you'll come back for the next stream, man. I'll be back Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not sure what I'm gonna talk about, but we're gonna talk about something. Be looking for the shorts. And I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Black Aristotle don't listen to old heads like this, LOL. Yeah, I mean, bro, I know you guys are looking for the easy route, man. So go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it. Go ahead and run that. Just understand there's gonna be some dude behind that chick that's finessing you. So all that money you spend is probably gonna wind up going to some old head, man. It is what it is. Appreciate y'all coming through. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I gotta run. I got things I gotta do, man. So y'all be safe. Y'all take care. Happy New Year. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.